What's up, everyone? King Cobra 73 here today with the mock draft and top 5 positions. So, as you see on the screen right now, it's my top 5 positions for the quarterbacks: Carson Wentz, Jared Goff, Paxton Lynch, Connor Cook, and Dak Prescott. Those are my top 5 quarterbacks. I really do not have enough time in this video. It's going to be a long video. I don't have the time to explain each and every position to you. But Wentz has the best potential, and he's my best quarterback. Goff has the better arm. I'm not high on Christian Hackenberger at all. So let's go to my top 5 running backs now. My running backs are Ezekiel Elliott, Kenneth Dixon, Paul Perkins, Derrick Henry, and Jordan Howard. I'm actually a bigger fan than others of Derrick Henry. I think he's a great back. Perkins is fast. Dixon, he's short, but can get it done. Dixon could be a 3-down back if given time. And Elliott's just the best running back out of all of them. Howard, I just think he's the best out of the rest of the running backs available. That's why I put him there. I didn't do a top 5 tight ends because I just don't have them. My receivers: Doxson, Coleman, Treadwell, Michael Thomas at Ohio State, and Sterling Shepard. Shepard is the best slot receiver in this draft, hands down. You can't deny it. So that's why I have him there. Michael Thomas, big guy, can go up and catch the ball, but so can Coleman and Doxson and Treadwell. Even besides his terrible pro day, we had him projected as the #1 receiver before that. I think he's a good player, but I like Doxson and Coleman before him. That's just my opinion. Coleman is probably faster. Anyway, let's go to my top 5 tackles: Laramie Tunsil, Ronnie Stanley, Taylor Decker, Jack Conklin, and Jermaine Efididi at Texas A&M. Tunsil's the best tackle in this draft. Stanley is a close second, but you'll see. We're not getting to my mock yet. I don't even know when my mock goes live. It'll probably be in the description below when the mock goes on. But let's move on to guards now. Afidi is just the best at the Tech, Decker, and Conklin, who are close together, so you can interchange those as you please. But let's go to guards. Okay, out of this list, Joshua Garnett, Joe Dial, and Christian Westerman. You can flip those two as you want. Landon Turner and the other guy, Reese. Garnett is the only I don't like many of these guards here for the first round. Garnett's the only guard that can go in the first round, in my opinion. I've seen some people think Westerman can as a late first round. I don't know. I really don't know. Like I said, you can interchange Joe Dow and Crystal Westerman upon your personal preference, but that's just me. Garnett's my #1 guard. Let's go to centers. I think that's what's next. I think my centers are next. My centers are next. My #1 center is everyone's #1 center. Ryan Kelly. He's the best center out of all of these guys. Cody Martin, wow. Nick Martin, Cody Whitehair, Isaac Sumal, and Max Turk. Somali. Ryan Kelly's the best one out of this group. He just is. He's the only one going first. I can see Cody Whitehair going late first round. But Ryan Kelly's the best by far. By far, he's the best. So let's go on. Let's get off offense now. Like I don't do top 5 tight ends and top 5 fullbacks. Fullbacks I don't even know. Like I really didn't study the fullbacks in this draft enough. But you can see my top 5 D linemen. Let me do this first. Bosa, Buckner, Rankins, Jones, and Billings. Those are my top 5 D linemen. Pure D linemen. But in my top tight ends would be Hooper, Henry. This is not in that order. And what's that guy from Ohio State name? Vanett. In that order would be Henry, Hooper, and Vanett. That's how the order would be. But Bosa's the best D line. You guys, I don't have to explain D linemen. You guys get that. On top 5 linebackers: Miles Jack, Jalen Smith. #2, Darren Lee, Reggie Ragland, and Sewell Cravens. Big fan of Sewell Cravens, actually. However, Miles Jack and Jalen Smith, if Jalen Smith was not injured, he'll be my #1 linebacker. I think Jalen Smith is he's gonna fall to like day 3, unfortunately. But he's still my #2 linebacker. Darren Lee, great player at Ohio State. Reggie Ragland, great inside backer. Sewell Cravens, great run stopper. Can need a little bit of help in the coverage, but he can do it. He did okay in high school, college. I'm sure he did good, okay in high school with coverage, but he can do a lot better than that for as an NFL linebacker. That's what I have now. We're gonna go to the top five edge rushers now. I know I'm doing this real fast. I want to get these top five positions over with. Top five edge rushers are Noah Spence, Shaq Lawson, Emmanuel Oba, Leonard Floyd, and Shaquille Calhoun. Let me say this right now. I'm not a big fan of Leonard Floyd. I'm just not. I think he might be a bust, but a lot of scouts are high on him, and well, I think he's well. I'm not high on Shaquille Calhoun either, but he is the best. He's better than Shaquille Calhoun, so that's why I put him there. Noah Spence is the best edge rusher in my opinion, but he's gonna fall due to character concerns. So Shaq Lawson may be the first edge rusher to go in the draft. And Ogba, I'm higher than him than most are. I think he's great, but I think he might be better fitted as a DM. That's where he'll probably go. My next position, top five cornerbacks. Jalen Ramsey is going in the draft as a cornerback. He is. He's a safety, in my opinion. He's a safety. But I digress. Vernon Hargraves is my second corner. Eli Apple, William Jackson III, and Mackenzie Alexander. Alexander could Mac Alexander's so good. His skill set is there. He's gonna fall. He may even fall to the second round because of character concerns. Ramsey is the best man cover corner. Hargraves is the best zone cover, and William Jackson is the best all around corner. Even Apple has a lot to work on, specifically his zone coverage, but I think he's gonna be a great player. Moving on to top safeties now. Carl Joseph, T.J. Green, Von Bell, Darian Thompson, and Jalen Mills. Okay, here's something. I wanted to put Keanu Neal here as a top safety. I couldn't. I just couldn't. And you can interchange T.J. Green and Von Bell however you want. I like Von Bell over T.J. Green. I don't know what did I do here. I can't give you an excuse of why I did it here. But I wanted to put Keanu Neal there as my number five, but Jalen Mills is just better. I was watching the film earlier. Mills is just better. He impressed me more today. Well, who knows? If I look at it tomorrow, Neal might impress me tomorrow. Anyway, let's go to the mock draft. What you all been waiting for. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to MoonlightSwami who's letting me use his his board that he made. This is what MoonlightSwami made, and he just sent it to me, so he let me use it. Big shout out to Moonlight. Thank you, Moonlight. His link will be in the description below. But if you're watching this, I'm pretty sure you know who MoonlightSwami is. I digress. With the first pick of the 2016 NFL Draft, the St. Louis. Wow. Did I say that? Did I just say that? I'm kidding. The Los Angeles Rams select. Drum roll, please. No, I'm kidding. We all know it's gonna be. It's gonna be Jared Goff, quarterback out of Cal. Ever since they traded for Goff, we know they traded for Goff, traded for number one pick. We've known Goff was this pick since they did it. You don't do this kind of trade for an offensive lineman. It would be Tunsil. That's who the Titans would pick, I think. That's who I think they would think. But Goff is the Rams guy. He's not my number one quarterback, but they like him. He has the better arm than other quarterbacks. He does have the best arm. Is he the most NFL ready? Yeah, I would say so. Wentz is the best potential though. Speaking of Wentz, with the second pick of the NFL draft, the St. Louis, see, I'm stuck on St. Louis now. The Philadelphia Eagles select Carson Wentz, quarterback, North Dakota State. Eagles get the best quarterback in the draft, in my opinion, right here. He has the best potential, the best upside. Wentz, he's a winner. You saw it in college. That's what I'm looking at. I see a winner in this guy. You saw it all in college. He just won games. He won games. That's what he did. His stats are not eye popping, but the kid did it. He found a way to win games for his team, and that's what you need to do in the NFL. Now, here's where the draft shakes up at a little bit. As you can see, the St. Louis Chargers select left tackle Laram and Ronnie Stanley. I'm hearing, just hearing, Scouts are liking Stanley over Tunsil. And that team that's saying it, I think it might be the San Diego Chargers. I think it's the Chargers saying that. Either the Chargers are saying that it's a smokescreen, they're going to take Tunsil here, or they really think Stanley's the guy. I think they really think Stanley's their guy. That's what I think. Having the Chargers take Stanley. Here's your first shakeup of the draft right there. Stanley to the San Diego Chargers. With the fourth pick of NFL draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Joey Bosa, defensive end, Ohio State. Okay, so the Cowboys really need a pass rusher with Randall Gregory gone, and what's that boy's name? DeMarcus Lawrence? Is that his name? Is that his name? I can't remember his name right now. They need an edge rusher, so they can go ahead and grab a surefire corner here with Jalen Ramsey. But they're going to get to what their bigger need right now. Corner's a need, but they get their bigger need, what they need immediately. And that's a DN, a pass rusher. They really, really need that. I don't think they go quarterback here. They could, but they have Romo. But the next pick, Jalen Ramsey, falls into the Jaguars' lap. So here, if Ramsey was off the board, I would have them taking Miles Jack. But they have the best player in the draft. Jalen Ramsey is my number one player in the draft. My number one player. Like if I was doing a top 38 players, top 100, it doesn't matter. Ramsey is number one, and the Jaguars had him falling in their lap at number 5. Jaguars get their guy at number 5, Jalen Ramsey. At number 6, the Baltimore Ravens will select linebacker. Yes, linebacker. Miles Jack, UCLA. Now, the Ravens had a terrible, terrible, terrible defense. Terrible defense. They didn't pass rush. They weren't that good last year. I'm sorry, Ravens. You guys usually have a good defense here. Miles Jack can cover, but with his entry confirmed just came up today, so that scares me. Like it might be a micro fracture. So it scares me that he might fall even further than this. Like I've mocked him here before I heard about that, so he may fall. But if a team's gonna take a chance on him, here it is. With the 8th pick of the draft now, the I can't talk, wow. San Francisco 49ers select. I think this is another shakeup right here. Yes, it is another shakeup. No, it's not really a shakeup. But this could shake up the draft. Niners, they need defense. Lions need a little bit of everything. They need quarterback. They could go Paxton Lynch here. They could go Laramie Tunsil here. I have them going DeForest Buckner, DN, Oregon. He is going to improve that pass rush immensely. Just he can help. What's that boy's name? I can't think of his name right now. It's not Ian Williams, is it? I really can't think of his name right now. I'm sorry. It's late. It's really late right now. It's 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm able to record this because chaos. That's all I can say. Chaos happened today. um. So yeah, that's why I have them going here. They really need a pass rush, and DeForest Buckner is the best pass rusher available on the board right now. At number 8, Laramie Tunsil falls right into the Browns' lap. This opens up trades for Joe Thomas, and you have the next Joe Thomas right here, Laramie Tunsil. Or they could even let Joe Thomas go if they wanted to. They can have him. They can just let him go. Okay, go get your money somewhere else. Test free agency. See if there's a team that wants to pay you all this money. They probably wouldn't do that because of cap, and they'll take a huge cap penalty. They'll probably trade him, and this opens up trade talks immensely for the Browns. With the 9th pick of the NFL draft, the Tampa Bay Bucks on the board. There's only one option to go here. If Buckner was still available here, I'd say the Bucks go for him to improve their pass rush. But no, I'm going cornerback for them. They get the Tampa boy, Vernon Hargreaves III, cornerback out of Florida. Hargreaves wasn't raised there. He grew up in Tampa. Played his high school ball there. And was he a Bucks fan while in high school? Who knows? I don't know. I really don't know. You get to ask him that. But I digress. They get Hargraves here because they feel a big need at Altron Journey. And Jonathan Banks, is it me or did Jonathan Banks digress over the past few years? Like he had a good rookie year, but after that he just digressed really. The second year was okay, I guess, but Hargraves will be a good slot corner for them to start off with. I think he can eventually take Banks' job, so Banks can be in the slot. And Banks can be great in the slot. He's gonna be awesome in the slot. So I think that's what they're gonna do here. In the number 10 pick of the draft, the Giants are going to go. They could go offensive tackle here, but they won't. Not in my mock at least. They're getting the next best thing. My number 2 player in the draft, Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke falls to them. You can think the Cowboys could have gone Zeke. If the Cowboys gone Zeke, oh, this draft would be completely different. Bosa would probably be at the Jaguars pick. I don't know. This thing could have gone crazy if that had happened. That's my. But Giants get a running back, which is a big need for them. It would take some pressure off Eli Manning, so he doesn't throw like 50 times a game. So and he doesn't throw 90 interceptions a year. He really doesn't. He had an okay year last year. Okay year, an okay year. But yes, that it just takes pressure off Ezekiel Elliott, and they get a explosive playmaker on the offensive side of the ball with this pick. With the 11th pick of the NFL draft, the Chicago Bears select Shaq Lawson, edge rusher out of Clemson. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this right now. I'm not high on Kevin Dodd like some people are. I've said that a lot about others. People think Kevin Dodd is the guy to come out of Clemson. He's gonna get drafted first. Bears need a pass rusher. Need a big one. Why don't you get the next best pass rusher available in the draft? One of the faster guys. Shaq Lawson. Falcons got Vic Beasley last year. You know that guy? Yeah, you know who was like playing right beside him or right under him? Shaq Lawson. Yeah, Shaq Lawson's a great player. And the Bears, as a Vikings fan, I'm scared of him. I think Lawson can do great things for the Bucks, Bears. I'm sorry, guys. It's really late. I'm tired, and I just need to get this done. So with the next pick of the draft, the New Orleans Saints are gonna go D-tackle Sheldon Rankins. They had a terrible run defense last year. Like I want to say they finished 31st in the run defense last year. I think that was it. I don't have the stats next to me because my phone is like right on the other side of the room where I had my notes at. That's probably why this is just. I'm tired, like I said. But they had a terrible run defense last year. They get the best run stopping tackle in the draft, in my opinion. Yes, not you, Andrew Billings. It's Sheldon Rankins, DT out of Louisville. And so, moving on from them, we have the Miami Dolphins with the 13th pick. Dolphins can go different ways here. They can go get an edge rusher if they want it. They could, cause what's his name? What's that boy's name? The guy from Oregon they took a couple years ago didn't work out. But they have Olivia Vernon there. They're gonna take a cornerback. I have them. I'm taking the best pure cornerback in the draft, William Jackson the third, cornerback out of Houston. They need one with Brent Grimes gone. They just need a cornerback because their best cornerback is some guy's name. What's that guy's name? He's irrelevant. That's why. Yeah, their best cornerback is irrelevant right now. I can't even think of his name. It's in my notes, but my phone's all the way on the other side of the room. They need cornerback help, and they get the next best corner in the draft. Like I said, the best pure corner. He's a great man coverage, a great zone coverage. He's the best all around corner. He might be the best NFL ready corner. If Ramsey was gonna play corner, he'll be the best NFL ready. I think Ramsey's gonna play safety. At least in my opinion, he's a safety, better suited for safety. In my opinion. Well, with the 14th pick in the draft, the Oakland Raiders are gonna go. Where are they gonna go? edge rusher. Noah Spence out of Eastern Kentucky. Think about this. Think about this. This isn't. They need another pass rusher besides Khalil Mack, because Khalil Mack cannot do it all. Actually, Khalil Mack can do it all. That guy's a beast. But think about this. Noah Spence on the left side. Mack on the right side. What are you gonna do? No, seriously, what are you gonna do? This is just a great pick for the Raiders here. I need Noah Spence falls this far due to his character concerns, but you know what? The Raiders get the best edge rusher in the draft. Spence and Mack. Oh boy, that is a combo no one wants to face. Not even me. So Titans on the board now, and they would have gone Laramie Tunsil if they said the first pick. But they get their tackle. They need to protect Marcus Mariota. Oh Lord, they need to protect him. I give them my next best tackle on the board. Taylor Decker. Like I said, you can put him or Conklin here. That as the tackles you get interchangeable. I like Decker better. That's just my. He's a better run stopper, right? Run stopper. He's bigger too, I think. If I'm remembering correctly, he's bigger. I just like Decker better. He's at Ohio State. He's a good player. He's versatile, but I personally think he's the better player than out of Conklin and him. But different people have different opinions. You can interchange him. Speaking of that Conklin guy, yeah, at 16, the Lions are gonna pick him up anytime now. I have it switching over. Oh yeah, it's switching over now. Anyway, they're gonna Jake I can't say his name. Jake Conklin, the other tackle out of Michigan State, the other tackle available, the next best tackle. Stafford needs help. Stafford was getting killed every game last year. I'm sure Stafford was taking an ice bath every game. Every game he was taking an ice bath after. They need more protection for him. They get a good pass protector with Jake Conklin here. Again, you can interchange him or Decker, either way you want. I think they're both great players. I just like Decker a little bit more. With the Falcons pick, they're going to select Leonard Floyd, edge rusher out of Georgia. He goes nowhere. So, with this pick, honestly, I'm not a big fan of Leonard Floyd. Is he good? Yeah, he's good. I'm not a real big fan of him. I don't know what it is about him. Just watching him on tape, and I'm just like, this guy is not going to be that good in NFL. So the Falcons, they took Vic Beasley last year, and they want to put someone across from him. That's going to be Leonard Floyd right here. The Falcons are going to try him out. If he succeeds, he shuts me up. If he doesn't, I told you so. I just don't see a lot in Leonard. I don't get the hype about Leonard Floyd. I'm just not a fan of him, but I can see him fitting with the Falcons 3-4 defense. I can see him fit. Did they switch to a 4-3 actually? They may have. I think they're still running 3-4. Anyway, let's go to the Colts because they're going to take an edge rusher as well. Yes, surprise, surprise. They're taking an edge rusher besides a corner or a tackle. The best tackles are gone. They can't take one at this point. I don't see any tackles for them to take at this point, so I have them taking the next best edge rusher, Emmanuel Ogba. There's with this pick, they could have took Reggie Ragland, which is what I should have mocked to them. I should have gave them Reggie Ragland here, but I like Emmanuel Ogba as a pass rusher here, and I can see him helping the Colts immediately. Yeah, immediately. I can see him contributing to this team immediately, and it's just a good fit for him. I see that happening right here. So, Emmanuel Ogba, you are a Colt, my friend. This guy is like a beast on NCAA too. So with the 19th pick of the NFL draft, the Buffalo Bills are going to take Paxton. No, they're not. They're not going to take Paxton. They're taking Chris Jones, DT out of Mississippi State. Now, Jets fans, I know you need a quarterback. Jets fans, wow. Bills fans, I know you need a quarterback. I know you're not sold on Tyrod. I know. I am. I like Tyrod a lot. You need to help that run defense because your run defense wasn't that good last year. So, you get the next best run stopper. Actually, I lied. That's Andrew Billings. You get one of the best run stoppers. Chris Jones. DT out of Mississippi State. I think he's a good player. Great run stopper. Oh boy, this great. And he can rush the passer. He can. Is he a better pass rusher than Billings? Maybe. Maybe. That remains yet to be seen. In college, I think they were both interchangeable good. Excuse me. But you'll see. We'll see. With the next pick, the Jets are going to get a cornerback, Eli Apple, at Ohio State. Jeez, how many Ohio State players have just gone? Like 4? Okay, so I have them taking Eli Apple, a cornerback, because I like Cardell Jones for them in the second round. Big fan of Cardell Jones. I think they can take him. Eli Apple can be the next Darrelle Revis. No, he can't. He can be a great player besides Darrelle Revis. And learning under Darrelle Revis, he can be really, really good. Apple has a lot to work on. Like I said, mainly his zone coverage. Did I say that earlier? His zone coverage. I like him. I like him as a man corner better, and he's great at press. I think he's a great press corner. I think that's where he shines. He's probably the best press corner in this draft. I'm gonna seriously think about it right now. Jackson might be better than him. William Jackson might be. But as of right now, I have Apple as the best press corner in the draft. Anyway, let's go to the Redskins pick. It's gonna be Andrew Billings for the Redskins pick. Why did we not change over to the Redskins pick here? Seriously, why isn't the Redskins pick showing up? This is really awkward. Really. Is it gonna show up in the next one slide? I'm sorry guys. Like I said, this should have been fixed. Anyway, the Redskins on to Andrew Billings. I can tell you right now. I know how I did my mock draft. They're taking Andrew Billings. Why? They need help up the middle. Again, there's a lot of teams that were not good stopping the run, and there were one of them. Not the worst. They weren't as bad as the Saints. I don't think anyone was bad as the Saints. Well, Saints were 31st. There's a team worse than that. It's probably the Browns. It probably was the Browns. I'm sorry, I'm trolling the Browns. I like Billings as a good fit for them. I think he fits their system well, and he's just. Some people call Billings the best nose tackle in the draft. Is that? It's probably there he is. Okay, now it goes with the next slide. Um, Billings might be the best nose tackle in the draft. He really might be. I'm trying to think if I can say Jones. They're both great run stoppers. Oh boy, run stopper. Okay, Billings is the best run stopper in the draft. Best nose tackle in the draft. Rankins is a defensive tackle. Anyway, I digress. Let's go to the Texans pick. Number 22 overall. The Houston Texans are going to take wide receiver. Here comes the first receiver off the board. Corey Coleman. Baylor. While Coleman is not my best receiver in the draft, he's probably the fastest in my opinion. Coleman's probably the fastest and he can make plays. And Brock Osweiler needs a playmaker. And Coleman can be it for him. Texans are going to take Coleman here, and him and DeAndre Hopkins and Jalen Strong are going to light it up. I really like that combo. Strong in the slot, Coleman and Hopkins on that. Oh boy, that's scary. That's a scary receiving core. Let's just hope Osweiler can get them the ball. Now with the number 23 pick of the draft, the Minnesota Vikings select my number one contender, number one receiver in the draft. My favorite team select Josh Doctson, receiver at TCU. Now, I'm gonna say this: I was not biased with this. I was honestly on the fence with giving Doctson to Texans, but I feel like they like Coleman more. And I have actually heard that they do like Coleman a lot. That's just what I've heard. So, just telling you guys what I heard. And why don't we continue this wide receiver trend? Another team needs a receiver. It's the next pick. Number 24, the Cincinnati Bengals select wide receiver out of Ole Miss, Laquan Treadwell, once known as the number one receiver in the draft. Well, he had a terrible pro day, and he didn't produce this season like many thought he would. He still had a good year, though. I mean, the guy had a great year still, but he didn't produce like many thought he would. People were probably thinking this guy's gonna have like 10,000 yards. Okay, they weren't thinking that. Treadwell is slow, as you can see all out his pro day. and he doesn't get separation, which is the biggest problem. But we'll see if he can transition to the NFL. But the next pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Mackenzie Alexander, the next best corner. Alexander's a great corner. Great corner. He has potential to be better than. He's not better than William Jackson. I'm sorry. I was thinking about that. I was just saying he might be better than William Jackson. He's better than Eli Apple though, but he falls down here, way down, because of his character concerns. And I mean, it's his ego. But you want to have a big ego. You're okay to have a big ego. You just can't be like flating the everywhere like he has been. You can't be cocky. Like you can be cocky, but you can't be cocky like he's been when you haven't played a single down in the NFL. Great corner. You're playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think that's a great spot for him actually. Mackenzie Alexander's a Steeler. I hope you guys like that, Steelers fans. Now, the next pick of the draft, the 28th. Is that where we at now? 26th, 28th, 26th pick. No, um, Seattle Seahawks select Ryan Kelly, center out of Norton, Alabama. You guys are wondering where these Alabama players are going, right? There's a couple Alabama guys that haven't gone yet. Well, here's the first one right here. Ryan Kelly. Seahawks really need some help on the offensive line after losing Max Unger. They need some. They need a center. They need that center. Losing Max Unger, and well, they get the best center in the draft by far, and they get a franchise center for years. The next 10 years at least, as long as Kelly plans out and nothing, no unforeseeable injury befalls him. And let me go knock on some wood. So I don't wish any ill harm on that kid. Anyway, that's where Kelly goes. And here comes the next Alabama guy, Sean Robinson for DT Alabama. Okay, I wanted to give them Reggie Ragland here. This was so hard to get some team Reggie Ragland because I did not know where to put him. I wanted to put Reggie Ragland here, but the Packers want to move Clay Matthews back on the inside. And I'm just thinking Ragland is not an outside backer. He's an inside backer. So just give them something else on the inside. A run stopper. The next best run stopper on the draft board. A Sean Robinson. With this, they can keep Clay Matthews on the outside if they wanted to with this pick. If they would have moved him inside, if someone somehow gets past Sean Robinson, well, Clay Matthews, you can have fun with that guy. So, when Adrian Peterson gets past you, Mr. Robinson, Clay Matthews has to deal with you. Deal with him. Anyway, the Kansas City Chiefs will select Joshua Garnett, a guard that's, like I said, he's the only guard that's going in the first round. And the biggest thing for this is Jamal Charles. They need a guard for Jamal Charles to run behind. And Garnett is the best guard in the draft. That's really my only reasoning for this pick. That's really all I have for this pick. Just Garnett's the best guard, and Charles needs his guard to run behind. I don't know what else to say about that pick. It's just when I was mocking, I was thinking, what does Kansas City need? Oh, a guard for Charles. Okay, who's the best guard? Oh, Garnett. So he's gonna be the only. If any guards go in the first round, he's gonna be the only one to go. So I can see where you're going again. That's when the scenarios in my head went to go. Anyway, with the 29th pick of the draft, Arizona Cardinals are gonna go safety Carl Joseph. I'm doing this because, excuse me, they need someone to play next to Deion Buchanan. They need another player like Deion Buchanan to play across from him. Carl Joseph can be that guy. He's a four down, 3 down safety. He can do it all. Strong safety, as a matter of fact. The best safety in this class. And Joseph, he's aggressive after the ball. He's a hard hitter. Great in coverage. This guy's going to be a great player. It's going to be good for the NFL. For the next pick, 30th pick in the NFL draft, the Carolina Panthers will select Artie Burns, cornerback out of Florida. Them losing Josh Norman will really messed this up for me. Really, it did. Excuse me, sorry, I needed a drink of water there. I didn't know who to give them before they lost Norman. I really didn't. But this one really messed up because I have to give him the next best corner. Artie Burns, who is similar to Norman. He's a zone corner. And he's big and he's big. I mean, he's big. Sorry. He's big. But Norman wasn't that big as well. Wasn't really that big at the same time. But you guys get the point what I'm saying. That's all I have to say for it. They need a corner. They really do. And Burns is the next best corner. They should try to trade up to get Alexander, but I don't know who they're gonna trade up with. Honestly, next pick would be Paxton Lynch, the final pick of the first round. Paxton Lynch, quarterback out of Memphis. Broncos find their franchise quarterback, hopefully. Now Lynch, he's 6'7". He's a big guy. 6'7", big guy. That's what all the draft scouts say about. Well, he's 6'7". Okay, what else about Paxton Lynch? He's 6'7". Okay. Lynch is my third quarterback because, yes, he's big and tall. I like that. This guy can move for a big guy. And I think he can succeed in the Broncos offense. To succeed in the Broncos offense, you need a quarterback that can run a little bit of West Coast offense. I think Lynch will be able to. But run a little bit of West Coast offense, Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders, and you'll see he can move. He's not gonna move like a freaking RG3 or anything like that. But and if he has to, he can sit behind Mark Sanchez for a year. If he has to, that's just if he has to. I doubt he will. But yeah, Paxton Lynch, that's my exclamation going there. Remember, guys, he's big. So, like Moonlight has, he's the starting of the second round. The first two picks of the second round. So that's what I'm going to do as well. The first pick of the second round, Reggie Ragland. Hey, you know how the Browns had a bad run defense? They probably won that 32 in run defense. But if they were, I wouldn't be surprised. They had pretty bad run defense. Reggie Ragland falls right into their laps. Like, oh, hey, Reggie. You get the best run stopping line. No, he's not the best run stopping linebacker. So you get one of the best run stopping linebackers in the draft right here with this one. Excuse me, I'm just really tired and thirsty. I'm parched. That's what they get this pick in. It's gonna be a good one. Ragland falls to the Browns, and they loving it. So with the next pick, with the 33 pick and the final pick of my mock draft, the Tennessee Titans select the next best player they can. A player that will do well with Marcus Mariota, right? Or is it going to help out the defense? It's going to help out their defense. I'm correct. Yeah. Von Bell. So they lost Michael Griffin to safety. And the Titans defense they went 2-14. I should tell you about their defense. They get the next best safety. I really like Von Bell. And my second best safety was, what's that boy's name? Seriously, who was my second best safety? I did that top 5. I have no clue. Von Bell is number 3 though, right? It's like 3 or 4. Who was it? I don't remember. Oh, T.J. Green. Yeah, I'm not high on him as much as really. I like T.J. Green as a player, but I think he's gonna fall. Just my opinion. I think he's gonna fall. Anyway, guys, this is my mock draft. I hope you enjoyed it. This is actually I wish it was better. I wish I was able to do this earlier, but life gets in the way. You have to do things later than expected, but it's fine. This is my mock draft. Again, a big thank you to MoonlightSwami. Link down there below in the description. So if you guys haven't, go check out his mock draft. It's a lot. It's a great mock draft. And he gives you better in-depth than I did players. So if you enjoyed this mock draft, go ahead and leave a like below. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you for watching. Bye!